Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. My name is Explicit Sage and today we're going to be trying a new video topic, and you guys let me know in the comments if you guys enjoy it. We're going to be talking about the games I've played during this past month. This is essentially going to be an impressions video of a few titles that I've been able to spend some time with and my overall thoughts from the first couple of hours that I've spent with each and every single one of them. Now, a few titles have also come up, and I'll also be talking about a few free-to-play titles that have also been recently released. As you guys know, I'm a patient gamer, and that means essentially that I pretty much pick up, review and play games that have been out for quite a decent amount of time, maybe 2 to 3 to 5 years even. And the benefit of that is that all the bug fixes have been put in, the complete or ultimate or game of the year edition has come out, and I can play the entire game all at once in one silky smooth package. So today I'm going to talk about some of the games that I've been able to play during this month, whether I've enjoyed or not so much enjoyed them. We're going to have a conversation on them. And the first title we're going to be speaking about today is Days Gone. This is a PlayStation exclusive made by Bend Studio, which came out quite a few years ago. I'll be honest, I have spent a fair amount of time in that title. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It definitely is still a deeply flawed game, but it definitely does still hit the ball out of the park. It's definitely a great time, and I've been genuinely hooked to it. If I'm not playing with the homies, if I'm not playing Fortnite Zero Build or playing some other online game, I'm playing Days Gone, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've wrapped it up to this date, and yeah, it was a really great game, and definitely expect a patient game review for Days Gone coming out very soon. It's a great title, and I'd recommend you all play. Just note that it's not a AAA title, as is usually the case with PlayStation Studios games. It's a AA title, but it definitely is still great, and there are aspects of the game which are definitely AAA and are pretty much exceptional. I'd say mainly the cutscene execution. I'd say that's really executed really well, and the scenery and the environments, those are all really executed well, and I definitely recommend you go and give Days Gone a try. But look forward, Days Gone review will be coming out soon. Now, in this past month, I've also played Rollerdrome. This was included in PS Plus this month, and it was a surprisingly good title. There are some interesting aspects of it. It's essentially a deathmatch game, but you're playing on your roller skates. You essentially use that to have trick shots, to have pretty cool moves, tricks. It's pretty much a Tony Hawk skateboard game. But anyway, it's a decent title. It's interesting. There's pretty cool action. There are interesting enemies. It's just very cool, very enjoyable, and very fluid. I'm not sure if I'll give you guys a review on that, or it'll probably just end with the impressions over here. But it's a decent title, and if you're someone who's looking for a game that's not really that too serious, a more relaxed game, you're someone who likes progressive games where you hit a high score like Subway Surfer, Temple Runner, those type of games where it's just variant and the game doesn't have an end per se. This game does have an end, and it even has a second season in the other mode, but it's those type of games. If you enjoy a FIFA, you enjoy a racing game where you just perpetually do the same activity again and again, and perhaps you aim to get a faster time or to hit a higher score, you're going to enjoy yourself, and Rollerdrome does get the job done. Foamstars was released this month, and I got my hands on it. I played it for a period of time. I went through the tutorial, played a few games of it. For me personally, it didn't grasp me in a very strong way. The idea of making it foam and not being bullets kind of turned it into a very family-friendly, kid-friendly battle royale, if perhaps your parents are very touchy on these type of games. It's a decent game, and if you're looking for that sort of experience, Foamstars can be an alternative. But honestly, I'd rather recommend you go ahead and play Fortnite. Go ahead and play Apex Legends. Go ahead and play another battle royale, because Foamstars is, on my personal opinion, pretty weak. It's a bit difficult to keep track of what's going on, and honestly, in terms of just as a game, it's not at that level yet where I'd say dedicated day for you and your homies to go out and play and have a good time. Personally, I wouldn't recommend Foamstars. Now, Hawked game. It's not a PvP battle royale, but it's more so a PvE and kind of PvP as well, treasure hunter game. Essentially, you complete puzzles, you fight against the people that are guarding it, the different creatures that are around, you complete these puzzles, and essentially the goal of the game is for you to steal the treasure that is hidden in these caves, in these ancient places. Essentially, you do that as you go against other teams, the different modes, of course, the other teams, and you can sometimes fight those teams in order to get to the treasure first. Whoever gets to the treasure first and gets extracted essentially wins, and that's Hawked. For me personally, I did play it for a bit, went through the tutorial, played a game or two. and I personally wasn't interested, and I was like, it's okay, this is an interesting try, but I'm good. I've had enough. I'd rather go ahead and spend my time with another title, pretty much. Now, I also played another game called Maneater. This came out a few years ago as well, and it's essentially a shark game where you essentially play as a shark and you eat fish and you eat people. That's pretty much what it's about. But you'd actually be surprised. It definitely did remind me of Hungry Shark. That's a really cool cell phone game that came out a few years ago. I don't know if it's still available on the Play Store, but it definitely reminded me of that a whole lot. It's a great game, and yeah, I would definitely recommend you go ahead and play that if you have a chance. Maneater essentially takes that Hungry Shark formula and takes it to new heights and puts you into a 3D open world where you have to complete quests, and you'd actually be surprised that there actually is some semblance of a story. You start off as a small little shark, and as you continue to progress, you can upgrade and become a stronger shark and complete the story that they've laid out for us. Yeah, it's an interesting game, and if you're interested in that type of thing, sure, go ahead. What I'll say is that my main complaint about that game is that it feels a little bit too gamey. Perhaps there are too many, the HUD is a little bit too invasive, I'd say, and it kind of takes away immersion. Even especially the way the shark moves, it doesn't feel natural. It definitely does feel a bit too gamey. I'm just comparing it to other experiences that I've had. It just doesn't feel as good as I'd like it to feel, but I definitely would say give it a shot. Maybe you will like it. Now, gents, I also played Sniper Elite 4. If you check on the catalog, I did make a review on Sniper Elite 5, and I eventually went back and played Sniper Elite 4. What I will say is that Sniper Elite 4 plays very, very well. I can definitely tell that from Sniper Elite 4 to Sniper Elite 5 that there was an engine change, because fundamentally the way it moves, the way it operates, the functions, the HUD, everything, the way the game operates entirely was completely upgraded and changed. Now, I'll be honest, I'd say you'd enjoy Sniper Elite 5 on perhaps a better system. I was playing on the PlayStation 4. If you're perhaps on PC, PS5, I think you'd be able to take full advantage playing on 60 FPS. That's where you'll be able to really enjoy Sniper Elite 5. But for me, I played it on the PS4, and going from Sniper Elite 5 to 4 was actually quite surprising, because playing Sniper Elite 4, you can tell that they were dealing with only this level of technology. At the point, the PS4 was the pinnacle of the console, so when they were making this game, they optimized it very, very well. You're playing 60 FPS on Sniper Elite 4. It's a great time, and there are aspects that are executed in that game that I really enjoy, like being able to sprint while crouching. Very cool mechanics, and it plays just very, very nicely and very smoothly. Now, the same issues do persist with the AI being a little bit too smart, them knowing exactly where you're going to be a little bit too coincidentally, but it's still an enjoyable game. Would I recommend it to you? I think I'd rather recommend Sniper Elite 5, because those maps are larger, superior, and even the story itself is much better. So I'd still recommend Sniper Elite 5, but if you're someone who enjoys the series, then go ahead and give this a try as well. But I'm enjoying Sniper Elite 4, and I think I will finish it at some point. I think I'm just stuck at some point, and that's probably why I haven't gone around to wrapping it up, but it's an alright title. Now, lastly, the last game that I've played this month, Battlefield 2042. Now, I think I might come out with a review on this, because at release, Battlefield 2042 was definitely a very controversial release, with many reviewers being unhappy and the overall community just being unhappy with the entire title. Now, this is my first time playing a Battlefield game online. I've played Battlefield Bad Company 2, I've played Battlefield 4, I've played Battlefield 1, but I've only played the single player campaign for all of those games. So this is essentially my first real online experience with the Battlefield. Now, with Battlefield 1, I did kind of play it a bit, but the issue is that the player base was just too minuscule, and there was nobody to play with to have a proper game of conquest, to have a proper TDM match. So that was just my only issue. So with Battlefield 2042, I'd say it's pretty enjoyable. It's a decent game. It's well executed. The gameplay is kind of fun, and it's kind of cool. But understand, this is coming from the perspective of someone who is not a Battlefield veteran. I can't compare it to the previous iterations to tell if this is an improvement or a regression from what they've produced before. But from what I've played, it's alright. It didn't grip me like other online games do. I played here and there when maybe I'm tired of playing Fortnite, maybe I'm tired of playing a single player game, and I just hop on and play a few games of TDM and maybe a little bit of Conquest. But other than that, it hasn't gripped me. but I will consider it. And let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys want to see a review from me of Battlefield 2042. I'll put in a little bit more time and give you guys a comprehensive review of what I experienced, and essentially from a newcomer to the Battlefield series. I'm at an extreme level of gaming, but I'll be honest, bro, I don't really watch TV anymore, so gaming is pretty much my form of recreation, pretty much. So if I'm not working or doing something else that's productive in some sort, I'm probably going to be gaming. So guys, that was it. Those are the games that I've played during this month. Let's take this opportunity to say, hey, put what you guys are playing in the comments as well. Put a short description of the game and your thoughts and your overall thoughts on it. And if you think there's a game that you want me to play and to talk about and to possibly review, or make a character discussion on a specific character or a specific aspect of that game, definitely let me know in the comments. And yeah, bro, let's have a dialogue, let's have a discussion. My name is Explicit Sage. Thank you for joining me once again for another video. Days Gone review is coming soon. Lock in, like, comment and subscribe. Appreciate the support once again. Take it easy. Enjoy your days, guys.